When God pulled back the curtain of the soul, the mysterious ways God reveals what human eyes cannot see. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. There are moments in our walk with God that change us forever. Moments when God allows us to see beyond what is visible. Moments when He pulls back the curtain and reveals a reality that many people spend their entire lives missing. Recently, God brought me into a deeper reflection about human soul. Not the version of people that the world sees, not the version of people post on social media, not the version people present in conversations, but the version that only God sees. And what He showed me broke my heart. I began to realize that many of us are carrying souls that are tired from pretending. Souls that have learned how to smile while silently grieving. Souls that have mastered the art of looking strong while quietly falling apart. Souls that have become experts at hiding wounds they fear no one will understand. Some people hide because they are afraid of rejection. Some hide because they are afraid of conflict. Some hide because they have been hurt so deeply that vulnerability feels dangerous. Some hide because they no longer know how to express what is happening inside them. And after years of hiding, the mask becomes so familiar that they forget where the mask ends and where their true self begins. Yet while the world sees a smile, God sees the struggle. While the world sees silence, God hears the cries that never leave a person's lips. While the world sees distance, God sees fear. While the world sees stubbornness, God sees wounds. While the world sees walls, God sees a soul desperately trying to protect itself from pain. And this is where God began teaching me something that shook me deeply. Many of us pray for God to change people, but God is often working somewhere much deeper than behavior. He is working on the soul, because behavior is often the symptom. The soul is where the battle is happening. The soul is where the healing is needed. The soul is where God wants to restore what fear, disappointment, betrayal, grief, abandonment, and brokenness have damaged. God showed me that a person can hide their emotional truth from others for years. They can convince family, they can convince friends, they can even convince themselves, but the soul always knows the truth. The soul remembers every wound. The soul remembers every disappointment. The soul remembers every tear cried in secret. The soul remembers every prayer whispered in the darkness. And because God created the soul, He knows exactly where every hidden wound is buried. This is why God works in ways we often do not understand. While we are focused on changing circumstances, God is restoring hearts. While we are asking for immediate answers, God is rebuilding foundations. While we are asking Him to move quickly, He is healing deeply. Sometimes the silence we hate is where God is doing His most important work. Sometimes the waiting we resist is where God is healing what we cannot see. And sometimes the distance we cannot understand is where God is confronting fears buried deep within a soul. He exposes it to heal us. He never reveals darkness to condemn us. He reveals it so His light can enter. He never uncovers hidden pain to punish us. He uncovers it because He wants freedom for us. The greatest lesson God showed me is that love sees deeper than behavior. Love looks beyond the actions. Love looks beyond the silence. Love looks beyond the walls. Love asks, what happened to this soul? What pain is this person carrying? What is God trying to heal here? Because that is exactly how God looks at us, not with condemnation, not with impatience, but with compassion. The same God who sees every hidden wound also sees every possibility for healing. The same God who sees every wall also sees every breakthrough. The same God who sees every tear also sees the day those tears will become a testimony. And perhaps that is why God works in mysterious ways. Because while we are looking at what is visible, He is restoring what is eternal. While we are looking at the outside, He is healing the soul. So today, lovingly ask yourself, have I been hiding parts of my heart and soul instead of living honestly before God? Am I seeing others through God's eyes, recognizing that silence and distance may be signs of hidden pain rather than indifference? Am I focused on changing my circumstances while God is quietly transforming my soul in ways I cannot yet see? And a lovely reminder for all of us today. God sees the hidden battles of your soul. And even when you cannot feel His hand moving, He is lovingly healing places within you that only He can reach.